According to Mary Meeker, who spoke at the Web 2.0 conference in 2011, e-commerce and mobile commerce continue to grow. E-commerce now represents 8% of all retail commerce and looks like it will continue to become an even greater percentage of retail sales. Mary Meeker is a regular contributor on future trends at the Web 2.0 conference held annually in the US. She says the main reasons for in-store abandonment by smartphone users was that they found a better price online or at a competitor's store nearby. Retailers need to recognize this trend and engage with consumers on this level. Creating interactivity for the consumer in-store will generate added value for the shopping experience. Allowing consumers to touch and feel the product but purchase using their mobile device, followed up by a delivery service, will put the store not only on an equal footing with an e-commerce competitor, but will allow them to leverage that which the e-commerce platform does not have: an enjoyable shopping experience. The retail outlet needs to become far more digitally experiential, creating unique and fun opportunities that leverage the handheld mobile device and enhance the shopping experience. A retailer who creates an app that encourages this sort of functionality and interaction in store also has the benefit of recording detailed data trails for an individual consumer, their route through the store, items they looked at and shared across a social media platform, and so on. The sort of data trails a consumer leaves on any online platform, thus accessing the powerful targeting tools available for advertising on Google and Facebook, for example. According to one source, Google's paid click-through continues to accelerate, having jumped from between 15% and 18% between Q2 2010 and Q2 2011 to 28% in Q3 2011. And things look good for Facebook too, with time spent in social networks now higher than time spent on portals. But there is such a huge amount of data available now, from individual consumer data trails, content aggregation to long-tail niche portals such as blogs and fora, that actually sifting and analysing the riches becomes the blocker for either an individual consumer or a brand. So the editor's role is even more necessary than ever. A portal that can deliver you what you need from all of that data constantly being produced. Either an influencer that leads a consumer to information that is of value to that consumer, or a platform that can gather and analyse buzz and sentiment. Real buzz and sentiment tracking is still quite difficult in Ireland, as many brands host on UK servers, so to geo-target to Ireland is that bit more difficult. However, this obstacle will be overcome when the necessity for it is realised. Sentiment tracking is relatively new and will certainly be honed in 2012. Searching for keywords and phrases and compiling and analysing them to give a live report on sentiment will be of huge benefit for real-time market research, allowing a brand to adapt a campaign where necessary, or to simply gather important market intelligence for their own brand or on a competitor. Sentiment tracking will add another dimension, although it will no doubt take some time to become deep and reliable. Initially, it will help add another dimension to stats. Although data is revealing, it does not hold an empirical truth. According to Mike McHugh, CEO of Flipboard, you've got to be willing to back away from the data, because after all, great content is art, and art creates emotion, and emotion defies the data. This is certainly an important point. Although all of this data is becoming available and will allow for powerful targeting of a consumer, the new consumer is not unidimensional. They are also producers of content. They are beings of imagination. They are flighty. No matter how much quantification you might do, they are human. According to Chris Poole, founder of 4chan and Canvas, Google and Facebook would have you believe that you are a mirror, that there's one reflection that you have, one idea of self. What you see in that mirror is what everybody else sees. But in fact, we're more like diamonds. You can look at people from any angle and see something totally different. So there is no doubt that mobile and social are huge areas for growth in 2012. Marketers have an opportunity to engage with consumers like never before in a fun, imaginative and exciting way. And the risk can be limited because the ability to target and track in real time is so powerful. But it is more important than ever to be dynamic and imaginative in the approach to creating content that will inspire the prosumer, this is the producer and consumer combined, and invite engagement and interactivity. It is essential to ensure your online and offline worlds are no longer seen as separate, but as platforms that a consumer will engage with in parallel and simultaneously. And these platforms must fit together like a jigsaw, giving a third value by their juxtaposition, an added value that makes the consumer's interaction fulfilling, something they want to talk about and share with their community of friends and family instantly. It is proposed that history will look back at this time and recognize it as a time when people were globally liberated by the handheld mobile device, a tool for the 21st century. Conversely, the trade-off, so much personal data for virtual freedom, could be a counterpoint to this. 2012 will certainly shed more light on the strength of this posit. Either way, looking to the future, the sentiment of freedom is inspiring.